Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you once again back to this channel. If you are new, please comment and subscribe to this channel. Remember a few days ago, or weeks, the President of the Republic of Kenya made a historic visit to the United States of America. That was historic because in the last about 16 years, no other African government has been given a state visit by a sitting president of the United States of America. Out of the many things that the head of state had to handle and the goodies that were received from the American government, the agreements that were signed, out of the many good things that were signed, because the Kenya government entered into a lot of agreements, memorandum of understanding that are really beneficial to the country of Kenya. And out of the many that were signed, we had many in the agricultural sector, many in the education sector, many in the security sector, and many more investments that have been earmarked for this country. But the two issues that have refused to go away, out of the many good issues that the president was able to make, two issues have refused to go away. And one of the issue is the issue of deployment of 1,000 police officers to the country called Haiti. And generally, maybe Kenyans will be wondering, what is Haiti as a country? How does it look like? What is the population of Haiti? What are some of the issues that have befallen Haiti as a nation? Where is this country called Haiti geographically as a nation? And to the point of information, Haiti is a small country in the Caribbean island. It's an island. And by population, by the current population, 2024, Haiti has a general population of about 12.48 million people. The capital city of Haiti is called Port-au-Prince. That is the capital city of Haiti. And Haiti generally is surrounded by many other countries. We have Cuba on the far end, we have Jamaica, we have the Dominican Republic, we have Puerto Rico, we have Venezuela, we have Colombia, the southern part of it, we have the Bahamas, we have the Costa Rica, we have Nicaragua, we have the Honduras on the other end of the far end of Haiti as a nation. Most of these 12.48 million people, half of this population stays within the urban center. There are quite a number of other small towns that are within Haiti as a country. And half of it are based within the urban areas. So half of it are within the rural setup. And so far, about 362, 500 people have been displaced because of the chaos and the violence that have continued to plague the country called Haiti. So Haiti generally is a slave country. Those are Africans who were taken as slaves in America, and they were, Haiti was eyed as a country that will now host the former slaves. So Haitians are Africans by origin. They really look Africans. They are Africans just like any other African outside there. So generally, that is about Haiti as a country. Haiti has traditionally has two levels of government. They have the Senate, which is composed of about 30 members. Then we have what we call the Chamber of Deputies, with about 99 members of Parliament. Haiti got its independence very early in 1804 They got the independence from France. Generally, Haiti is a French-speaking country and the local language called Creole. So generally, Haiti is a French-speaking country because of being enslaved by France. Then the local language is called Creole. A point to note is that most of the countries that were once colonized by France have had a lot of chaos. They have either been under coups, they have either been under civil unrest, they have been under chaos, and in most of these countries there have been displacements, there have been a lot of poverty in these countries, the economies have not been doing well, and democracy has been a challenge in most of the countries that were once colonized by the French. That is something that we need to really find out why. But when now we come to the trip that was organized by the president, and one of the issues that came out while the president was in the US having his meetings with Joe Biden, the Haitians who are based in America were outside holding a demo or demonstration.
He's a slave. Yes, He's a slave.
Why are you saying that?
I'm from Haiti.
That's why you're
We are
saying
here
that.
today to protest against what Ruto is about to do.
Yes?
Yes.
Why
Ruto.
Why do you think it's a bad thing? It's a bad thing.
One of the things that we need to ask ourselves is why are the Haitians opposed to the Kenyan-led peace mission into the Haiti scenario? The Haiti scenario is a very complicated issue because of the history of Haiti. Haiti has had a history of coups and chaos, and you know the president of Haiti was assassinated, and that is why we have had chaos for about 2 years. And it is estimated that this country called Haiti is about 80% Christians, and the rest of the people, we have Muslims, we have others with no religion. So that is how Haiti is segmented as a country. But why were the Haitians protesting even when Joe Biden and the President Ruto were meeting outside there? There were protests. At home, there have been a lot of protests in deploying the 1,000 police officers to Haiti. But in March, I think the country was able to send an advance team to Haiti. And maybe in my next analysis will be now what has been the structural challenges that the Haitian mission has run into. And the next question that I want us to handle is that will Kenya be able to handle or succeed in this mission impossible to Haiti? Because this is not the first time that the UN Security Council through America has been able to send an army, has been able to send a security force to Haiti to be able to quell and bring order in Haiti. So what is it that maybe the Kenyan government, through the police that are deploying, will be able to do better or different from what the other deployments have not been able to do? Remember, from around 2004 to 2017, another force led by the Brazilian government has been occupying Haiti, and they never succeeded. They left the country. So what is it that the Kenyan government, through the police deployment, are going to do different that the former deployments have not been able to do? That's the question that we will be looking at the part 2 of this series. Thank you.